What's up, everybody? This is True Sage, and yes, take a little bit of a toast. We're almost at 8K subscribers, but it is pronounced True Sage. I've actually done something pretty interesting today. I have prepared a Would You Rather Marvel Rivals edition. You guys have played Would You Rather before, right? No. Why the fuck are you here? Get your bitch ass out of here. But for the ones that have played Would You Rather, come on. Let me show you something. So we have a total of like 11 questions. I think maybe 10 or 11. Some of these questions are like less Marvel Rivals and more like this MCU. I did make this myself, honestly. I spent time just thinking of some interesting Would You Rather questions. And you guys let me know in the comment section down below about what would be your answer for each of them. So, but without further ado, let's go and get into it. So the first one is, would you rather spend the night with Black Widow or spend the night with Invisible Woman? I'm not gonna lie. If Invisible Woman's not into you, you'll be spending the night by yourself because she'll just be invisible. And you'll be spending the night by yourself. Not gonna lie, if we're talking about like MCU, then probably Black Widow. But if we're talking about the Marvel Rivals version, probably Invisible Woman. But I guess this is, well, I guess this is Marvel Rivals. We'll go with Invisible Woman. The second question: get hit in the face with Cap's shield or get hit in the face with Thor's hammer? Now, I'm gonna be so for real with y'all. I had this conversation with my friends a couple of times about which one you'd rather get hit in the face with. I'm gonna be so for real with y'all. Here's the thing: if you get hit in the face with like Cap's shield, that bitch is gonna bounce off your face. It's gonna boing, it's gonna bounce on your motherfucker. It's gonna leave a fire ass like indentation. You're gonna give a fire ass like shield mark in the middle of your face. You're still gonna live. You still, well, I don't know, because sometimes he be throwing that shit, it'd be like breaking glass and shit like that. I like to imagine you'll probably live, but the medical fees would definitely be like astonishing. But if you get hit in the face with Thor hammer, right? You know I said Cap's just gonna like bounce off your face? Yeah, no, that doesn't exist with Thor's hammer. That bitch is flying straight through you, dog. Flying straight through you. There is no such thing as it bouncing off your face. No, you're dead. No, there is like no possibility that you can hit full force with Thor's hammer, you're surviving. Especially if it's thrown by Thor, no. But despite that, I think I would probably rather get hit in the face with Thor's hammer before I get in the face. Because Cap's shield, you're gonna live to sustain the damage of that. You know what I'm saying? Thor's hammer, it's gonna be a clean death. It's gonna be a quick 1-2. Not even a 1-2, a quick 1, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of where the actual Marvel Rivals questions come in at. Would you rather play Vanguard forever? Would you rather play Strategist forever? So most people who play Rivals play DPS. I don't really blame them. I mean, you play a kind of a fucking shooter game to shoot people. I'm gonna be with you. I made a video when Rivals first came out about comparing which one between Rivals and Overwatch, and I said that the strategist role or the support role in Rivals is better than what it is in Overwatch because it just feels more fun to play. I lied. Yeah, no. That was just kind of recent bias. Strategist in Rivals is very repetitive. It's mainly because there's not that many heroes on like support. If they had like at least like 4 to 5 more heroes on support, it would probably be a lot more interesting to play. Not to mention that some of the supports are kind of boring. Like I think Mantis is not the most interesting character to play with. You know, some people are just kind of like eh. Vanguard though, I think Vanguard is fun. Vanguard kind of suffers from the same thing as Strategist, but there's not that many characters to play with. But I mean, you're still shooting people in the shooting game. I would definitely rather play Vanguard for the rest of my time playing Rivals than what I would play Strategist. I miss out on Ultron, but trust me, I'll be alright. Would you rather have a 1 above all Duelist on your team or have a 1 above all Strategist on your team? Now, the highest I have ever made it in Rivals was Celestial 2. Funny enough, I made it to Celestial 2 in Rivals, and then like I think 2 days before the season 2 started, I fell from Celestial 2 back to like GM3 or GM1, and I have to climb already back up. But still though, I can tell you right now, I would much rather have a 1 above all Strategist on my team before a 1 above all Duelist. I'm gonna be like so for real with you. Actually, no, take that back. No. I'll be real with you. I'd rather have a 1 above all Duelist on my team than 1 above all Strategists. And the reason why I said is because I feel like that your supports can only heal so much. The potential of how much they can affect the game, it's a large skill set. Like having a good Invisible Woman can really make a big difference. You know, they're pushing people off of you, they're pulling people, you know what I'm saying? They give them proper shields. But ultimately, if your team just cannot kill and your team just buns, your strategist really can't They can't give you a win. They can't. They're the backbone of the team. They can only do so much. But if you have a good, solid duelist who's capable of being efficient in every single team fight, that can actually give you the edge to actually win the match. So I would rather go with a one above all duelist and a one above all strategist. But y'all let me know in the comments down below which one y'all rather have. Would you rather have Thanos in the game, or would you rather have Ghost Rider in the game? Now, I'm gonna be so for real. You know what's so funny? I low-key be forgetting that Ghost Rider's Marvel. Is it just me? But like, Ghost Rider just seems so far disconnected from every single character in Marvel. Ghost Rider seems like a character that would exist in the Spawn comics, you know what I'm saying? But hands down, I'm going to say every day of the week, I'd rather have Thanos in the game than Ghost Rider. Not only do I just think that Thanos would fit really well in the game, but I think his moveset and his capabilities of what he can do just has a super. He has a lot of potential where he can possibly be. I think Thanos is the one character that can low-key be any role. He can be a tank, he can be a DPS, or he can be a support. If they have Thanos on support, I'll scream, because even though he could be a support, I don't think he should be one. I think I would probably rather see Thanos on like probably tank. He needs to be a tank. I can't see him being DPS. He needs to be a tank. His ultimate definitely has to be snapping his fingers. If his ultimate is not snapping his fingers and wiping half of the team, then I don't know what it is. Like, come on now, bro. Would you rather have He Remains as a strategist or have Kane as a duelist? I made a video not too long ago where I talked about like ranking MCU characters based off their Marvel rivals potential. And I said that He Remains would probably be a pretty decent strategist. Of course, Kane would have to be a duelist. Even though we saw more of what Kane can do than what we saw He Remains can't really do that much, you know what I'm saying? I still think I would rather have He Who Remains as a strategist than Kane as a duelist. I feel like Kane's primary fire would definitely be what he's doing right now, this little laser beam thing as his primary fire. He'll probably have like an ability where he can like take projectiles and spin around like how he did. I don't know, they'll probably pull stuff from the comics, but I think He Who Remains would be interesting because I just see him like freezing time to like kill his team. I don't know, I feel like that they can low-key have a bunch of crazy shit he can do if he was a strategist. So I think I'd rather go with see him as a strategist. Would you rather have boss events with reward drops, or would you have playable story events with reward drops? Okay, so with playable story events, I kind of imagine like how Overwatch almost had like a PvE. I kind of imagine like rivals having something like that, and your team just like, say you can play to the events of the first Avengers, and you have a 6-man lineup of the core 6 Avengers: Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye. You won't have any heals. You won't get any fucking heals. But you know what I'm saying? That concept, or the concept of like maybe like once a season or however many times, it's like this big ass boss that you have to like come together and fight. I don't know. Low key, I'm not really that big of a fan of like these type of Overwatch, Team Fortress, Rivals type games having a story mode, because it's not, I don't know, it doesn't really feel that cool. I think I low key rather have boss events, like just like loading into a game and there being like 12, 13, 20 people going against like one big ass boss. I think that would probably be a lot more fun, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna go with the boss events with reward drops. But again, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'd rather have DC crossover characters or I have outside as other comic characters. Good, would you rather me? Thank you, me. You feel me? This is easy though. I'd rather have DC crossover characters. When I say outside comics as characters, the only people that pop in my mind that will probably be interesting is like Invincible, Spawn, Hellboy, and like the TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those are the only characters just like comics that isn't DC or Marvel that would probably be like interesting. They have to just pull characters from there. I think having like Invincible Omni-Man would be pretty cool. Having Spawn would be pretty nice as well. Spawn and Ghost Rider in the same game sounds illegal. That's fucking nasty, bro. Ooh. Spawn would have to be a DPS though. But having like a DC crossovers with Marvel characters, that's like a dream. I don't know why Marvel and DC never just put their differences aside and made like a fire ass crossover game. That would be so good. Like, imagine if Marvel Rivals was a crossover game instead, where the sole base of it was Marvel versus DC, but like in a 6v6 format. That would be, oh man, bro, that would be crazy. That, no, 100% have DC crossover characters, bro. That'd be crazy. I can't really see the questions, but that says, would you rather have Marvel Rivals be managed by the Overwatch team, or would you rather have Marvel Rivals be managed by Nico Harrison? Okay, if you don't watch basketball, you're not gonna get this joke, man. I mean, I'd rather have Rivals be managed by the Overwatch team. Unironically enough, I know the Rivals has killed Overwatch or whatever the fuck, which it kind of sort of did, but funny enough, Overwatch is probably its absolute best it's ever been. I'm not even joking. They added perks, they brought loot boxes back, they added like a new weapon camo. They need this competition. So Overwatch can actually make a good game. They just need to be forced to make a good game. Nico Harrison can't make a decision to save his fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Luka and the Lakers though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know why Nico did that to Luka. There's no way he thought trading Luka would be like a good idea that would lead him to a championship. There's no fucking way. Would you rather have a Black Widow rework or an Adam Warlock rework? Honestly, I don't think neither of these characters are like super bad, to be honest with you. If you are a good Black Widow character, if you're a good Black Widow player, you can definitely make her useful. But I definitely feel like that in any situation where you playing Black Widow, you can probably play somebody else and probably do the same thing, if not better. Adam Warlock is not bad, but a lot of people talk about how he doesn't have any like movement abilities. Honestly, I think I'd probably rather have a Black Widow rework, because with Adam Warlock, I feel like there's only so much you can do with the character. But like Black Widow, I would like to see Black Widow as more of like a combat type character, which she kind of sort of is. I really wish they can like do a perfect blend between her being a long range sniper and a close range combative character. I get that'd be kind of broken. A character that can like one shot or two shot people from a distance and have the ability to fight up close. That'd be kind of broken, but I would still like to see them find a perfect mix of the both of them. The last question on the list: would you rather add roll queue to the game or not lose competitive points for your team playing bad, but you don't? So basically, if you fucking play ranked and you actually are doing your job and you actually are contributing to the team, but your team still lose, you don't lose points, or at least you don't lose as many points. Or would you rather just have roll queue be added to the game? People talk about the reason why roll queue wouldn't work is because it would make the queue times extremely long. I feel like if you don't want to wait in queue time, just play open queue if you don't really want to wait that bad. But the idea of you not losing points if your team plays bad, or at least you're not losing as many points, that right there sounds like a dream, honestly, because a lot of people can testify that you tried your damn best, but your teammate, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I'll probably rather have the ability to not lose any points or not lose as much points if my team plays bad but I don't. Because if that was an actual concept in the game, I would probably be one above all about time. Now I'm not gonna, I play bad, I do. But at the same time though, the amount of times I lost because a motherfucker just couldn't stay on the road and hop from tank DPS support, it's kind of crazy. That was it. I just wanted to try this whole new segment about like would you rather Marvel Rivals editions. I have fun. If you guys did like this video, I could definitely make a part 2 and add more questions. So let me know in the comment section down below. Would you guys like to see me do this video again? And let me know about your thoughts about these would you rathers. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button. This helps me, but it helps you too. YCC content similar to this one. You guys did subscribe me, I appreciate it a lot. If you guys didn't, I guess we'll part ways. Either way, I go out my to keep it easy and I'm gone. Peace.
That's all it is, man. Leap of faith. So much for them. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500.